What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of 2 Goals, 1 Cup. We got my man Darren here, and I'm Nino. How you feeling, man?
Feeling better. This is take 2 of the podcast. So, I mean, we recorded for 30 minutes, and then we had some audio issues. So here we are doing our second take.
I really did think it was a ghost.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
But good week.
Yeah. Good week to be a Bayern fan.
Always is, baby. Always
2 wins. So it brings us to, now we're at 9 goals, 2 draws, and 0 defeats on the year, unless you count the Super Cup, which, since we did not win, it does not count.
It doesn't count. That's a fake trophy.
Fake trophy.
For fake fans.
Yep.
We don't care about it.
Even Harry Kane didn't win it, so it's not real.
It doesn't. There's a lot of trophies that aren't real then if he didn't.
Well, Harry Kane, how many did he win at Tottenham that weren't real?
He won what is that tournament that Arsenal does, like in the middle of the summer? Yeah, they do something made up.
It's like the German Audi Cup or whatever. So start off the week, midweek, Champions League.
Yes.
Bayern win 2-1 against Copenhagen. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought that defensively Copenhagen is just a great team going into the game. I thought that they don't, since their record is so good at home, and we haven't been doing so good away. It was like one of those things. It was like, man, this is a recipe for us losing a group stage game, which I didn't want to happen. Yeah. But we were able to do something. Obviously, win, but defensively, like they traveled in packs. Like there wasn't any room or many opportunities for a one-on-one. They always had somebody with them.
Yeah. We both did really bad because you said it was going to be 5-0. I said it was going to be 4-1. So
I'm going to be right one of these days.
We're going to win 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
And when we do win 5-0, I'm like, dude, I knew it this whole time.
Yeah. I didn't tell you when it was going to be.
Exactly.
I just told you.
Don't question me. Don't question me.
No. But I agree. Yeah. Copenhagen sat incredibly deep. They waited for their chance, and they got us on a... not necessarily a counter, but they got us, which also changed the dynamic of the game. A few things I want to talk about, though, was one is Konrad Laimer.
Yeah.
So is he even Bayern quality? Is he Leipzig quality? That's kind of where I'm at now. He had one good half at right back a couple games ago, and everyone was like, oh yeah, great depth, good piece. In this game, he had 58% successful pass rate as a right back. That means his ball is going back to defenders. His ball is going into Kimmich or our midfield, or even going down the line. Half of them were not accurate.
Yeah,
that might be the worst display by a Bayern player I think I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, he does inject something into the game, right? Some speed and stuff like that. But he doesn't have, outside of that handful of good moments, I can't even say good performances overall, but those good moments, he doesn't really add anything. He runs for days. Yeah. But it's like aimless. You know what I'm saying? Like he's running for no reason.
There's no reason to exert as much effort as he is exerting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know. He's not a right back, and it's frustrating that we keep playing him. Mazraoui has had a couple like iffy games, you know what I mean? But he is a natural right back, whereas Laimer is not. So I really think after that performance that Thomas Tuchel will not play him as a right back again unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll talk about today's game later, but he subbed him in as a right back today.
And he got cooked. But back to the Copenhagen game.
That first goal from them, right? Completely unavoidable, and we're lucky to have only been scored on one time. Yeah. Because, it was a deflection. The player just happened to be there, but Upa was like walking to him. You know what I'm saying? Like not even throwing his body on the line. And like as a defender, like you gotta get there. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in the box and the ball is being played in the box, you don't have time to like lightly jog over to where you need to be. Like he needs to. Remember how Hernandez would just like throw his body? That's what we need.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not much he could do about it on that first goal, though, so it's not, I don't necessarily blame Upa for it, but...
he was the closest player to the ball.
I know, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so Jamal Musiala got a goal, though.
Yeah.
Tie it up.
From the left.
From the left. You heard it here first. We've been saying it every week.
We're not experts. We're just saying.
Musiala is a winger.
Yes, he is. 100%. Yeah.
It's hard, though, because you have Sane in the form that he's in. You have Coman, who had 2 bad games in a row, Copenhagen being one of them.
Yeah.
But where would Musiala fit in this current system?
It kind of like what we were saying last week. It's somebody's got to get injured for him to play in his position.
Gnabry.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, the only place that he does fit is in the middle. But he does push towards the left, which then pushes whoever's on the left out more, which kind of takes him out of the play, really, unless that person cuts in. You know how, not Gnabry, Sane, he cuts into the middle a lot, and he does more of a roaming central, like whatever he wants to do, basically.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so,
if the Bayern front 3 minus Kane, right? So I'm talking your left wing, your right wing, and your center attacking mid. If they can be consistent enough to rotate, where they are throughout the game in certain phases, and you rotate, kind of like we were doing under Nagelsmann at the beginning of the year last year.
That fluidity.
Yeah, I could see it working, but I think under Thomas Tuchel we're a little bit more rigid.
Well, yeah,
so the players don't have the freedom to kind of do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, it looks like he's giving Sane the rights to do whatever he wants to do. Sane started off.
Yeah, well, because he's producing.
Yeah, man.
So
I just love the interplay, and we'll talk about it for today's game. But Kane and Sane are just magical together.
Yeah,
it's like Kane and Son.
That link up is Well, it seems like Harry Kane elevates players around him.
Yeah.
But
well, hey, Tottenham's not doing too bad right now.
Well, yeah, that's a crazy thing. But yeah, so 1-1, going into the 87th minute is when we got the winner. But I was surprised that it took that long to put subs in.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know why he waits so long to put the subs in. You can clearly tell something's not working, and you can clearly tell like the players are gassed. A little bit, because it's like go the entire time. We're doing not as much gegenpress, like what is it that called when the attack is a defending?
What?
I don't know. We're not doing that as much as we did in previous previous coaches, right? But we still are doing it to some extent. And so my point in that is saying that like,
you talking counter pressing?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so when you have that, players are going to get tired, and I think that he waits too long to get these subs in.
Yeah, I mean we can say that all day, right? But he puts in Thomas Muller and Matthias Tell, and what do you know? They score the winner.
Yeah, I mean it's a stupid decision only when it doesn't work.
Yeah. But yeah. So what'd you think of Tell's winning goal?
Yeah, Muller somehow got the ball before the defender, even though he's extremely slow. And when he was holding up the ball, I'm like, what is he doing, dude? Like, just shoot. Like, you're right there. But obviously he's the professional and I'm not. And so he held up. For him to have that vision to know that Tell was going to come, or someone was coming, right?
Yeah.
I think that was great. That's definitely not what I would have done if I was in that position. But he
would have been like Koulibaly in the World Cup and hit it right into the goal.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That was brilliant. And it's good that Tell took it first touch. It's good that he didn't try to. Tell's very no nonsense.
My job is to score goals.
My job is to score goals. He's not.
That's what I like about him. That's what I like about Bayern players.
Yeah.
In general, just any player really, is they'll create a half a yard of space for them, and they'll shoot.
Yeah.
Not all of them are going to go in, but you don't score if you don't shoot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like Bayern tries to walk the ball into the goal.
Yeah.
When you could have just shot the ball.
Yeah. And they're getting away from that extra touch, right? You remember that little touch they shouldn't take, and then it loses the ball. They're starting to not do that as much.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy. But yeah, of course, I'm always happy when Tell scores. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that setup, that assist from Muller, that's a Muller assist. Like, it really is.
And it's funny because he's not the fastest player, right? So the way he got in front of the defender, chasing the ball, and then cut the ball back, sending the defender down. Yeah. Well, at first he put an elbow in the guy's back.
Yeah, he pushed him for sure.
Player overran the ball though, so like he didn't get called for it, and that's a good non-call. But once he cut it back, he faked the shot, which set the goalie down. Yeah. And then looked up, passed it to Tell, and Tell hit it first time. I mean,
yeah, he knows how to use his body.
Right. Mm-hmm. It vaguely reminds me of a goal that Bayern scored. I think it was against Barcelona, where Thomas Muller like fended off like two people. And then Lewandowski scored. Yeah. It's a Thomas Muller, Radio Muller.
Yeah, goal. Radio Muller. Yeah, he definitely. I don't know. That was just so smart. That's why he's
radio.
That's what. But he's smart. Yeah. He know his IQ is crazy. Yeah,
incredible. Yeah. He actually with that win that Bayern had in Copenhagen, he tied Casillas for second most all-time Champions League wins. He is 14 behind Cristiano Ronaldo. Oof. So another year and a half. Thomas Muller can be.
How long do you think he's going to play for?
I think he'll be around next year, and then maybe the year after that in a more diminished capacity.
Yeah. Also depends on who we bring in.
True, but we've learned time after time that when you bench Thomas Muller,
you don't do good.
You don't do well. So
either you're getting fired or you put him in the team.
Yeah. And he showed it. Yeah. He showed his ability, and it's a perfect segue into the game today, right? Because Thomas Tuchel played Thomas Muller as a center attacking mid, and Bayern's attack looked very, very fluid.
Yeah. Very, very fluid.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts about today's game?
Yeah, man, we bossed that game. Like, we controlled the entire game. Like, I loved seeing how much we controlled. We went in with a clear plan. It was weird at first seeing Sane on the left and Coman on the right. But I understand Coman on the right because of the crossing and all that stuff.
Right.
But Sane on the left, Sane doesn't cross very often. So I was like, why are we putting him on the left? But throughout the game, you could see that he was interchanging and going in the middle and all that stuff. So that was really good. That link-up play that we had today was fantastic. Sane and Kane is fantastic. It is, man. Kane, man.
I like someone said it in the Discord, but it was Larry.
Leroy.
Leroy and Harry. Larry.
That's
funny. Made me laugh a little bit.
That's pretty funny. No, but yeah, the game was good. The goals were, lucky on Coman's part, right?
Well, the deflection was.
Yeah. Well,
the second goal. Oh,
the first one. Yeah,
he meant to do that. Come on now.
Yeah, right.
What's funny is Thomas Muller scored a goal that was, or no, it wasn't Thomas Muller. It was Rafinha when he was at Bayern. He scored a goal that was almost exactly the same.
Yeah, man. It's just sometimes luck happens.
Sometimes you gotta have luck. Yeah, absolutely.
But my second favorite goal was the Sane's first goal, right? Where him and Kane were just doing that simple 1-2 fucking
easy.
Just super easy tap in. That's all it was. But my favorite goal, which oh my god, it was called offsides, but in my mind that didn't look offsides at all.
Yeah, they showed the replay, and I guess with the lines it looked off, but
it wasn't off.
He
was like a foot or two off on sides.
About a foot or two.
Oh, come
it was close.
on, man.
Either way.
Like, how do you have VAR?
To nutmeg the player, open up your body, and then curl it far post. I'm kind of upset that was called offsides.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was such a good goal.
Golly, that was beautiful. And then second half, I was nervous, right? Halftime happened. Second half, I was like, man, is Bayern about to do Bayern things and get, and so, but no, we controlled it again. We controlled it even more.
Yeah, and we beat Freiburg through and through. Like we had, was it 21 shots?
Yeah.
70% possession. Our passing was 90% accurate.
Yeah.
Our passing just looked crisp. Like it looked clean, quick. It was like watching a different team.
It's because Laimer wasn't playing.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute because he did play, and we almost gave up a goal.
Yeah.
Luckily, no, we did give up a goal. But it was
offsides. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that Bayern played just a solid game.
Oh yeah,
should have been more than 3-0.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
What was Coman thinking when he passed to Tell? Like he looked offsides. Like I don't understand.
I yelled at the TV. I was like, why would you pass that?
All he had, he didn't have to.
He just had to shoot.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's always been the problem with Kingsley Coman at Bayern is he is not a finisher.
Nah, he's not.
You know what I mean?
He'll beat a man though.
Yeah.
He'll beat a man and take it down the wing and.
Well, exactly, and hit a cross and then yeah.
Did you see that Sane he made the defender like go the wrong way?
Oh yeah.
Basically made him tie his boots together and then he fell.
He did. He minced that guy.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
Who it was, but yeah, I mean Sane played lights out again.
100%.
I mean I would argue in his current form he might be a top 3 player in the world right now.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
But it's a refreshing thing, right?
Yeah,
because a lot of people were thinking that Sane has a couple good games and then his effort will drop.
Yeah,
and then his attitude will take over and he'll start getting frustrated and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was good to see after a frustrating night against Copenhagen that he came back into Bundesliga and was able to produce a game that was, everything we've always wanted out of Leroy Sane.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got six goals in 10 appearances, or 7 and 11 now.
Yeah,
I forget what it is.
He's on fire right now, and I think that Tell could have scored today if he had that breakaway from that amazing ball, like 40 yards or whatever.
From
amazing.
Musiala,
Oh my god, that was so good. That was such a great
his
ball.
First touch, I was like, oh no.
I didn't.
It was a bad touch.
I think he didn't anticipate the keeper coming out.
No, he hit that so far ahead of him. It gave the keeper the option to come
out. The keeper was like, "Yeah, I got time."
Okay, let me walk to this one. And he might have not scored, but my money that he probably would have.
I think he would have scored that.
Yeah, it was just a bad touch, and that's fine, right? It's not a.
He's not going to score every game.
Well, it's actually funny because I was looking at this the other day, and I'm going to pull up the stats right now so I can confirm this. But he scores, and then he plays again, he doesn't score, and then he scores, and then he doesn't, and then he scores, and then he doesn't. So I'm going to look this up because I'm 95% sure that streak is continuing.
Okay.
Oh, nope, I lied. He would have had to have scored today.
Damn it.
So he scored against Werder Bremen, didn't score against Augsburg, scored against Mönchengladbach, didn't score against Leverkusen, scored against Bochum, didn't score against Leipzig. And this is only in the Bundesliga. Champions League, he's scoring every game so far. But so he would have had to score this time. But again, he's still, 7 goal involvements and 11
I think
games,
today
310 minutes.
I think today they were saying like he scores every 49 minutes or some shit like that. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not going to score every game, even though it feels like he scores every time every time he gets on the field or assists. But yeah, in even that game that he didn't score in, he did assist.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's one of those things that just keep doing what you do, kid.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Your boy came in though. Kravitz or
Kratzig.
God, I never am gonna get that.
Honestly, I would argue he should have scored because They laid it off to him perfectly, and he just hit it right down the middle at the goalie. But
he was misplacing a lot of passes today in the second, like when he came in.
But he's still young. He just signed a professional contract, his first contract. You know what I mean? So maybe he was trying a little bit too hard to force his influence in the game.
Yeah. He seemed like he was just running aimlessly.
Though. It's. It's the dying minutes of the game. It's 10 minutes, not even left. It's good to have that energy where you're just kind of running all over the place. It's not good when it's someone like Konrad Laimer who is playing the entire game doing that. Yeah. But having that injective pace at the end of the game, forcing the opposing team to, when they got their tired legs, forcing them to, maybe think a fraction of a second quicker, misplace some passes, things like that. And that's the benefit that he provides, and that's the impact that like Tell has and Krotzig has, and our subs at the end of the game. That's the impact they have. That they bring in that pace, and they're forcing the opposition to make passes maybe a little bit quicker than they want to. And with the tired legs, it usually works out in Bayern's favor.
I was surprised to see that Choupo-Moting did not, it was nothing. He didn't impact at all when he came in. I get it was minimal minutes. Yeah. But, I don't even think he got a touch.
He did. I remember him, he went around the defender and then, he just had to make a pass and he hit it backwards. But, Bayern's in control mode, so not necessarily trying to get another one.
Should always try to get another one.
Well, that's what I was thinking at the end of that game. And it's been it was 3-0. It's great. Dominated the game. Yeah. Probably should have had more than 3.
Should have. 100%. We should have had more than 3.
A win is a win.
Yeah. Right? We're killing it down that right-hand side, though.
Yeah. I think that's what I appreciate about Thomas Tuchel this game is that, okay, let me look at the defenders and let me switch up our wingers on what side they are, because Coman can take on this person and do better. Sane, with the roaming ability, can get away from the one defender who might be a little bit better.
Yeah. That dude wasn't very good.
But so with that, Bayern are now 3rd in the league.
Yeah, it's so weird. It hurts.
Yeah.
But they're not that far from us.
We were 5th or 6th in the league last year.
Yeah, the same time. But still, it hurts.
But Leverkusen looked good again.
See how long they can keep it up.
And then Stuttgart, I thought they were gonna tie. I was like, and then Guirassy comes out and scores a hat trick.
Yeah, man.
He's got 13 goals.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to nullify him, though. To be honest.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about that.
But I mean, he's having a good run of form where he is taking on players and just making the right decision every single time he touches the ball.
Well, what's going to happen is he's going to get bought by Real Madrid. And then, no, what was that guy from Frankfurt that got bought from Real Madrid? He was Serbian or something like that, or Croatian, something like that. But he played for Frankfurt, something with a V. I don't know. But anyway, got bought, didn't play. He played maybe a handful of games, and I don't think he's there anymore. But that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna get bought.
Talking about Silva.
No, not Silva. He's.
Is he still on Madrid?
No. I think he even came back to Frankfurt at one point.
Andre Silva.
No, it's not him. It's not Andre Silva.
Anyway, while you're looking it up, I don't know. Yeah, Guirassy is. What I appreciate about him is I think he cost Stuttgart $9 million or something like that. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I like about Bundesliga teams is that they do their scouting well.
Yeah.
The Bundesliga teams watch players, and then they get players that are realistic within the budget of the team. And sometimes those players turn out to be world-class players that made the right step at the right time to the right league.
What do you think about, what do you call it? What is his name?
Who?
Why am I blanking on his name right now? Who? I was Sancho. Jordan Sancho. Jadon Sancho. What do you think about him coming back to Dortmund?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jadon Sancho is a good example of a player who takes a step and might not have been ready for that step.
You think that, or you think it's more like he didn't feel the respect, kind of like Ronaldo didn't feel the respect from Ten Hag?
I mean, I think it's a combination of both. I mean, Ten Hag is basically saying, you must apologize.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
And to openly say that in public, I'd be like, nah, dude, I'm good.
But wasn't Jadon Sancho doing his stuff in public as well?
Yeah, but not to the extent. Like, the media's kind of blown it out of proportion. But I will say this: Jadon Sancho is an incredibly talented player, and he joined a Manchester United team that didn't really need him. It's not that they didn't need him; it's that I don't know. He should not have made that move.
I think they needed him. I think that they don't have any. I mean, Rashford, yes, right? Yeah. Martial, what position does he freaking play? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but Martial, he's a striker, yeah, but like, you never know.
He can play anywhere.
But like, and then they bought, what's his name? The Brazilian, Anthony, right? And so like, Sancho was needed. I think if you put Rashford up top and then have Sancho in his best form, right? And then Anthony on the right, that's the perfect front three with Fernandes in the middle. Like, come on.
They went out and bought a striker because they tried that last year. It didn't work.
Yeah, because he changed the lineup like every day.
Yeah. I think moving back to Dortmund also might not be the best move for Sancho.
Why?
Because fans are going to expect him to replicate the form that he had before he went to Manchester United. And he's coming into a team that Dortmund are playing decent, but they're kind of lucky to be where they are. They're fourth in the table. They have as many points as we do. It's just their performances aren't convincing. No. And I don't know if Sancho can just come and slide right into the team and produce at the same level that Dortmund fans remember him producing at before he moved to Manchester United.
I think though, like with
because those are going to be high expectations.
They are, but like with the players like Sancho, like he needs that trust, he needs that love, he needs the arm. He's the type of player that you got to put your arm around and let them know that they're important. And all that
sure.
Stuff.
But are you going to feel the love on a loan?
Well, yeah, because that loan is just a
knowing
formality.
Full well that you're going back to Manchester or back to United at the end of the year.
He's not going back to United if he goes on loan in January.
But this is the thing: Manchester United are like, we want 70 million for him or 60 million or something like that. Dortmund can't pay that.
Broke boys. That's the B in Dortmund stands for the BVB stands for broke, very broke.
Sure,
but I
don't think they can afford him.
I'm sure they'll figure something out.
At United, he's on a £350,000 a week contract.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You're paying this. United's not going to let him go without recouping some of that money.
What do you think are there any real success stories for players going back to their club after they, make it quote unquote big?
No. I mean, from the EPL back to the Bundesliga, you mean?
No, just like in general, right? Like Ronaldo went back to United, right? Was not good.
I mean, I would argue that Griezmann is doing well at Atletico.
Yeah, but he was never doing well at any other place. Like he never really. I mean.
He left Atletico.
That's the only system that he can play in.
Well, okay.
It is.
But that's an example.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying too. It's hard to go back because fans are going to have a certain expectation, and if you fail to meet that expectation, the fans are going to start questioning you.
Yeah, that's why I hope Messi never goes back to Barcelona.
I don't. The Barcelona fans are so warped in their thinking that they could be like, yeah, Messi, scored 3 goals, but he deserves the Ballon d'Or because he came back.
Yeah, he came back.
You know what I mean?
Do you know how much money Barcelona would make instantly having Messi back?
Not enough to
get them out of debt.
Not enough to get them out of debt. Not enough to keep them from having to pull to the 17th lever, whatever the hell they're on now.
Yeah, I think
Barcelona might even is under investigation for bribing referees.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I think that Messi coming to that team would disrupt them completely. Like they got a good thing going.
Well, right, and that's also the way I viewed Manchester United signing Ronaldo, bringing him back.
Yeah,
it's a disruption.
Yeah. He even disrupted the.
And that's not to say he wasn't right with his criticisms of the club. Like the players aren't I'm demanding more from the players, and the players aren't like listening, because that's what his issue was. He was demanding more from players, and the players didn't like that. So maybe it's a culture issue at Manchester United, and it's not a player issue. It's not a coach issue. It's the players themselves with the mentality. It's the same way I view Chelsea. Chelsea has a stacked team on paper, but there's no identity to the team. Yeah.
That identity, I mean, we talked about this 2 weeks ago or something like that. United, since Ferguson, has not... They have no culture. There's no culture.
People are like, the best 3 clubs in the world are, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Manchester United.
That's crazy to me.
And it's like maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah,
what? But the identity is an important part of the team, right? Yeah. That's why Bayern is so successful. People think it's because, being one of the most successfully marketed and run clubs in the world plays a part in that, because now you have more money to free up for transfers and things like that. But the ability to maintain consistent performances over a decade, that's hard.
And it is hard. Juventus did it for I don't know how long, but they were always winning. But that's not something.
Well, they were cheating.
Yeah, they were. They got caught. Finally came up on them. But yeah, I think that yes, it's easy to be like, oh man, we're the best and we're always supposed to win and all that stuff. But it's not an easy feat at all.
Right. No, it's not. And that's kind of that's what frustrates me with some of the Bayern fans out there, is that we have become so accustomed to success and winning the league and beating teams 3-4-5-0 every game, that if we do not meet that standard now, fans are critical of players, they're critical of the coach, they're critical of just everything because we didn't beat a team 5-0.
Yeah. But that's, all teams have those types of fans, right? The fickle, especially Real Madrid players.
Well, there's a difference, right? Because these fans are paying members of the team.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I would say that like Barcelona, Real Madrid, they have fans of players. They don't have fans of the team.
Yeah. I never really met anybody that was like a die-hard Real Madrid fan. They're like, oh, I'm a Ronaldo fan. Oh, right. I love Roberto Carlos.
Well, you watched it. As soon as Messi left Barcelona, everyone's like, oh, PSG.
Yeah.
League One's a top 5 league.
I wasn't ever a fan of like Barcelona or, I liked the way that they were playing at some point.
When Barcelona was good, it was because it was Xavi, it was Iniesta, it was Messi was part of that. They had Puyol. They had the team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But it wasn't anything that we had ever seen before. We never saw anybody play like that successfully.
Right, and that's part of it. And some people became Barcelona fans because of that. Mm-hmm. But then.
I could never.
They stop, and then Messi does his thing and becomes the best player in the world, and they start valuing the player more than the team.
Yeah.
And so when Messi leaves, they're like, well, fuck this team. I'm gonna go support PSG.
Yeah.
And now they're all Inter Miami fans. You know what I mean? And that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with following players.
Nah.
But what makes teams successful over a long period of time is not necessarily a player or players. It is the mentality of winning.
Yes.
And we, as Bayern fans, are used to that.
Yeah.
We've become accustomed to winning.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that the players don't deserve criticism, the coach doesn't deserve criticism. I'm not saying that, right? We should be able to criticize players and decisions the coach makes anytime he makes those decisions. What I will say, though, is that for Bayern fans to openly criticize, Thomas Tuchel for starting out the season with 8 wins and 2 draws and a loss, what more do you want from the man?
Yeah, but those losses feel like we lost. Like
we
one loss.
Lose.
Yeah, but
we lost the Super Cup.
No, but I'm just saying, as a Bayern fan, period, right? Anytime that we lose, it feels like we've been losing for weeks.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Why is that? We beat Copenhagen 2-1. and fans were like, Tuchel out, and I'm like, what do you mean?
It didn't feel like but like you said about that culture, right?
Yeah.
Like we have a culture, we have a way of playing, and we're just so used to dominating every game, every group. I mean, you were saying, man, about the group stage, right? Like we haven't lost a group stage game, blah, blah, blah. We still haven't. But I'm just saying, like, we have these expectations, right? Yeah. And, we have these expectations as a Bayern, rightfully so.
Right, and the expectations are fine, but when they become unrealistic expectations, that's the issue.
And your unrealistic expectation, you're saying, is to win every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not. I wouldn't. It's not. Yes, it's unrealistic to think the team will win every game. Do I want to win every game? Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
I mean,
right?
we haven't ever won every game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I'm more talking about is like calling for a coach to be fired when we have 6 points in a group in the Champions League is silly.
Yeah, I don't. This is his first full season. I have to have a holistic view of...
No, and I do too.
Like, I'm not going to be like, Tuchel out. I don't feel like there's a decision that I haven't agreed with or seen at least where he was coming from at all. And then I can only imagine how the team's going to play when he actually gets the players that he wants. You know?
I mean, you keep saying that.
Yeah. But... we're gonna submit our transfer bids on January 31st.
I swear, if we don't have 6 signing, I think we're gonna sign. I think we're gonna sign 4 or 5 players. Honestly,
yeah.
But no. The point I'm making is, it's okay to criticize the coach, because there is room for improvement, right? There's always going to be room for improvement. There are players who maybe are not playing to their capability right now.
Right.
There might be players who we expect more from. There might be players who are playing out of their mind right now. But how quickly are you going to turn on a player? How quickly are Bayern fans going to turn on Sane when, he misses a goal that could have, maybe won a game?
I think, though, that like Bayern Munich fans turn on Sane quicker than they do other players, right? Because even when he came
in... the expectations are higher for him.
I mean, dude, they don't turn on Kimmich. Very rarely do they turn on Kimmich. Most people are caping for this dude, man. Neuer, nobody's turning on Neuer, even though there's sometimes it's like, yo, what were you thinking, dude?
Yeah.
So there's certain players, and I guess you're right. You to your point about the higher expectations. You got bought to create chances, score goals, all that stuff. But Tell missed a lot of goals. Yeah. And
everyone's like, Golden Boy.
The super
Golden Boy, but let me dribble it to the goalie.
Yeah, he missed a lot of goals in the Super Cup specifically.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
And the fans turn on him. Obviously, we talked about this already. Racism is ridiculous, but they turn on him so quickly.
Right. And that's kind of what we talked about on one of our previous episodes, is that like those fans are not true Bayern fans.
Exactly.
They're fake plastic fans who post on things like Twitter just to get impressions.
Yeah.
And they take out their frustrations about their own life out on players via social media and things like that. Like, come on.
They wouldn't say that crap to his face.
No, absolutely
won his
not.
autograph.
Yeah. 100%. But that's the issue, right? I'm on your, like, I agree with you. Yeah. I want a whole year of Thomas Tuchel implementing his philosophy and his style. And if at the end of the year we look at it and we go, we didn't win the league. We didn't get past a round of 16 in the Champions League. We didn't get to the semifinal, the Pokal, whatever expectations the board has set for Thomas Tuchel. If he does not meet those expectations, then okay, now let's have the conversation about maybe we do get rid of him and bring someone else in, but then who's available and these things like that. But I mean, you just have fans calling for his firing now, and there's literally nobody available.
There's nobody available.
Well, let's bring Hansi Flick back. Well, Hansi Flick, I think he's a decent coach, but he's not an amazing coach.
Nah, he's
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that went into that sextuple season that is not going to be replicated anymore, right? He's a completely different team.
Yeah. You know who I'll always bring back? Jupp Heynckes.
Sure.
Every single time.
I do like him, but what is he, like 70? 77.
Oh, man. But I think no matter how this season turns out, Tuchel is at least going to get another season right? He's going to get one more. How long is his contract?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but I think that he's going to at least get one more season, and then the third season, if he doesn't do well, he'll probably get fired mid-season if he doesn't do well.
But what do you define as well?
I guess meeting the expectations of the board.
Well, sure. Okay, so if Thomas Tuchel does not win the Bundesliga this year, do you fire him?
No.
Why?
Absolutely not. He's not going to get... If he doesn't, then there's
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think he gets fired if they don't win the Bundesliga.
I don't know, because Bayern fans have a huge voice. That's the
that's why Boateng
didn't
get
get
signed.
That's the exact reason why Jerome Boateng wasn't going to be signed. And I'll go on record on saying it here. I didn't want them to sign him either.
That was a dumb idea.
I understand. We'll get back to the coaching thing in a second, but the Boateng first. I understand, right? He's a center back. He's played the Bayern system. The players know him. He's easily integratable into the defense. He's there to provide experience and backup in case one of our defenders get injured, right? And what I will say also is that, first he was found guilty and got a suspended sentence plus a fine. Mm-hmm. He appealed that, got the fine reduced. Then he appealed it again in the Bavarian Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court came back and dismissed the
case.
They dismissed the verdict, meaning he is now not guilty.
Right.
Did he do it? Probably.
Yeah.
Which is why I wouldn't want Bayern to sign him. But everyone was getting on Christopher Freund and the board for making these things and Tuchel did it too, where he's innocent until proven guilty, right? Mm-hmm. According to a court, he's not guilty, right? So is that a risk you're willing to take?
It's a court of public opinion that you got to.
Right. That's what I said. In the eyes of an actual court, he is innocent.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of public opinion, he's guilty.
Well, they had a banner up too today.
I know.
That.
Well,
non off the field stuff. Off the field stuff. I meant. Let's take that aside. He's slow. He's always been a defensive liability. He's always creating fouls where they don't need to be created.
He's not. But he wasn't coming in to be the starting center back.
No. But it doesn't matter though. He's still. Is fragile.
Would you
even when he wasn't injury prone?
Yeah, but I would rather have Boateng play than Mazraoui as a center back. you know what I mean? He's just tall. He can win those long balls in the air. We don't need him to do a lot.
Yeah, but all it's gonna do is he's gonna win one long ball and then limp off because he pulled his hamstring.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, I'm glad the board decided against it. I think that's a smart move.
That was just weird.
Yeah, it was kind of out of the blue. I mean, we were talking about Bayern signing Sergio Ramos because, we need some cover in the back line, but I didn't think it was going to be Boateng, that's for sure.
Sergio Ramos probably would have got injured too, walking onto the field.
Yeah. But back to the coach, I do think that fans have a too high of an expectation of Tuchel. Yeah. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but he needs time to implement his game plan. And on all honesty, all of our wins, even the United one, we won 4-3, but United was lucky to get a couple of those goals. It should have been 4-. Well, really, we should have had more than 4. But 4-1 would we be having the same conversation? If he, playing away at Copenhagen, that's a hard place to play.
Yeah, but like you said, we want 7-0, 4-0, you know what I'm saying? 5-0. I've been saying 5-0 for how many weeks now?
Oh, I know. You're part of the problem.
No, but I just think, we're not, until we have a ridiculous losing streak, I'm not gonna want to fire the guy. For what? It makes no sense.
Right, and that's where I'm at. Yeah. So to see people be like, I don't like Thomas Tuchel. Okay,
narrow wins are still
you're
wins.
Fine. You're fine to have your opinion. You don't like him. I get that.
But why?
But we haven't lost all year.
Exactly.
Minus the Super Cup.
And that's why I want to know.
Which we're not counting.
Yeah, we don't count that. Next year we'll count it.
Next year when Harry Kane wins it, we'll count it. Yeah. But yeah, so...
But for the people that say that, though, I would want to know why. And if you're a fan listening right now, put it in the comments. Let us know. What are your actual reasons for not liking him? And we're not you're wrong. But I genuinely just want to know, what are the reasons?
I want to turn this into the Jimmy Kimmel show where I can read mean tweets about Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah. We gotta do that when we start doing video.
Heller91 says Thomas Tuchel looks like he is part of the Taliban.
Oh my goodness!
No. But
the Taliban from Afghanistan.
But yeah, and if he does go on a losing streak, like you said, then that's a conversation we can have. But
we haven't.
And by a losing streak, I don't mean one game.
No. It's got to be like 3-4. For me, it's 3-4, and it's like, okay, dude, what's happening right now? And Bayern players are smart. They're all very, very smart, and I think, when they want to coach out, they instantly like, all right, hey guys, they all huddle up and they're like, all right guys, let's start losing. And then as soon as they get a new coach,
I don't know about that.
Think about it, man. Any coach that doesn't start Muller, right?
I'm not saying. What I'm saying is the Bayern players play worse when they don't appreciate the coach.
Yeah,
they don't huddle together and be like, hey guys, we're gonna lose these next 3 games, okay?
Everybody take a knee.
Yeah. All right, break. Like, they don't do that.
Fuck this guy on 3. 1, 2, 3.
They don't do that. But I don't understand the Tuchel hate.
Yeah, me either. But we'll see. It'd be awesome if he wins us the trouble.
Yeah, I've been bookmarking a lot of things just so I can come back and be like, Pepperidge Farms remembers.
No, man. I've always been a Tuchel fan. Search your feelings, all right? Yeah. Search your feelings.
Exactly. But yeah, so I mean, I was looking at the schedule, coming up for Bayern, and it's not looking too bad. No, and I'm so excited to have see what Neuer injects into the team when he comes back, hopefully against Mainz. Yeah. So we got Mainz next week, who are having a horrid season. We got Galatasaray.
This is going to be a good game.
And then we got Darmstadt. Mm-hmm. And then we got Saarbrücken in the Pokal. Mm-hmm. They're another third division team, so happy about that draw. Then we have Dortmund, which could be a potentially title implicating game on November 4th. Yeah. But really until the end of the year, we don't really have too many difficult games. We don't play Stuttgart until December 16th, which is good. We have Union Berlin on December 2nd, but they've lost like, I want to say, like 7 in a row or something. Jesus. So yeah, they're hitting a tough spot right now, but we'll see how they bounce back. But yeah, what are your thoughts for I don't know, Mainz next weekend? Yeah, 5-0. Okay. That's what's gonna happen. Sane with a hat trick. No. I'm not gonna say Sane with a hat trick. Kane with his first hat trick. It's the second. He had a hat trick against. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Sane with his hat trick. Yeah. And then Kane and Tell. Yeah. So Mainz is in 17th right now. Hell yeah, brother. No wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses. They've scored 6 goals and given up 19. I love that. Which is tied for the most goals given up with Darmstadt and Bochum. I like that. We have Mainz, and then Darmstadt, pretty much back to back with Galatasaray in the middle, with the worst 2 defenses in the league. What do you think? What do you think the score is going to be for Mainz? The Mainz game? Yeah. It's next Saturday, so we got 6 days off. Guerrero's out hurt again. I don't know. If you saw what's going on, man? I don't know. I saw a tweet and it was like, strained his thigh out indefinitely. I was like, all right. That was a waste of... I mean, he was free. Yeah. But still, waste of wages. Yeah. It's turning into Douglas Costa 2.0. He's turning into Badstuber. I think I saw Badstuber play like 4 games in my life. No, I think Bayern will have an easier time with Mainz. They just haven't looked good this year. I'm gonna go out and say 4-0. Oh my god. Yeah. I think Sane will score, Musiala will score, Tell will score, and Kane will score. Yeah. Okay, I can see that. For Galatasaray, I think we will win that one. Yeah, I think we'll win that too. Yeah, it's at Galatasaray, so
I've heard that's a noisy stadium.
Sure.
Like very.
I mean, their fans are very passionate. Yeah, and that's fine. But I think Bayern individually as a team just are more skillful. They'll pull out a win. I don't think it's going to be a resounding like 4-0 or 5-0, but I think it'll be like a 2-1, 2-0, something like that. I was going
to say 2-0.
Yeah. And then Darmstadt, I think Bayern will 4-0, 5-0.
Yeah.
Should be anyway, right? And it's funny because we're talking about these high expectations, and we come out and give like these crazy score lines.
Yeah. No, it's just, I mean, based off the stats, that's all it is. I'm not saying we're gonna beat Dortmund like 5-0. I think that game's gonna be a lot closer.
I mean, maybe.
How many? You said you think that there's gonna be like 5 players that we sign this January.
Yeah.
What positions?
I think we'll sign a center defensive mid.
Yeah.
Hopefully Paulinho. I think we will sign an actual right back. And I think we're going to sign an actual center back. And then I think we're going to sign like a young winger.
Okay.
Something like that. And then I think we'll sign someone who can play left back as well.
Oh, in preparation. Yeah.
Now it depends on who's available.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, we would sign everybody we want, but I don't think we can. There's a few positions, mainly a right back and the center defensive mid, that we need to sign. So I'd like to see those prioritized over the other ones. But if we have the money, which we do, then hopefully we can bring in a lot of them, because it's in preparation for the African Cup and the Asian Cup too, because Kim's going to be gone, Mazraoui's going to be gone. There's going to be a couple players that are going to be out for a couple weeks. Sarr is going to be out. Not that
who cares?
Plays, but he's still a right back, right?
He played though recently.
Yeah, he got an assist.
Yeah.
Lord Sarr. But and that's kind of the frustrating thing that I don't like about FIFA is these stupid breaks and tournaments and
and then the German national team going all the way to America, or coming here, I meant.
What's international break? The Bayern players aren't going to be back until Thursday.
Just makes no sense. The Euros are in Germany. They need to be practicing in Germany.
Yeah. It's a marketing thing.
Money.
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh, man, I had one more thing I wanted to add. Oh, yeah. Goretzka. What did you think about how he played today?
I thought he was pretty solid.
Yeah?
I mean, they had one shot on target, so
How about his head when he was by himself, his header to no one?
Oh. Yeah.
I know the idea.
I know what he was trying to do.
Yeah, the idea was great.
Just not good.
Why did he had acres of space.
He might have not known because he was anticipating the defender that's on Coman on like the left back to be pinching in.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he looked up.
Yeah.
But also, he also hit one off the post. So
that was a great idea, though. That would have been really cool.
Yeah. He's not going to get enough power to hit it past the goalie, right? So what else are you going to do? You got to hit it across the box. Now he could have taken a touch, sure, but
that's what I was thinking.
I don't understand the Goretzka hate either. That's another one that I have trouble with.
Well, we're about to get Cass Gnabry back, so that's gonna be good.
Yeah, is it?
It's gonna
2020 for him. You think so?
Yeah, man. It's just the cast. He's got to get a cast, and then all of a sudden he turns into a beast, and then we're gonna give him another contract, and then we'll be complaining about this same thing next year.
No, I mean Goretzka had a 7.6 rating today.
It's not too bad.
No, according to SofaScore. So, yeah, I think I don't understand the hate that Goretzka gets. I really don't. SofaScore had Thomas Muller as a 6.9 today.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Goretzka was a 7.6.
Let me see.
So here's his heat map.
Yeah.
85% successful pass rate, 1 key pass, 2 for 2 on long balls, no crosses, shots, 1 shot, 1 on target. Ground duels, he won every single one of his duels. He lost 1 aerial duel. He lost possession 10 times, which is kind of annoying. But 2 clearances. I thought he had a solid game.
Go to the whole team.
Huh?
Can you see the whole team at once? Their score?
Yeah.
Let me see.
So, yeah. What'd you think about Goretzka's?
Yeah, I thought I thought he did good, man. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
I liked to see anytime that he went up, Kimmich went back, you know, and vice versa. So I thought that was good. I'm not a Goretzka hater. They just needed to be positionally aware, and I thought that was good. Let's see. Kingsley Coman 9.4 and 2 accidental goals. That's funny. That's crazy that Muller got a 6.9, but
yeah,
that's a little harsh.
But did Goretzka have a better game than Harry Kane?
What? Yeah, Harry Kane's 2 shots or whatever. But he had a great assist. You know, I don't actually know.
Well, Goretzka's rated higher than Upa, higher than Mazraoui, higher than Davies. Higher than Muller, higher than Kane.
I think Kane had a good game though.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Goretzka also had a good game.
Yeah.
It's not the hate is the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just unrealistic expectations.
I wonder when they're gonna start turning on Harry Kane.
Never.
You don't think so?
No. We've never turned on a striker.
No, not if you're scoring consistently.
Right.
But if you're not, that's when it's time to.
Yeah, and I'm not counting Sadio Mane because he was not a striker.
Yeah, he was. I don't know what he was.
Yeah,
he's doing good in the Saudi league though.
Sure, yeah. So is Ronaldo. Top 5 league in the world according to some, I guess.
Top 5. Top 5.
Yeah, but yeah. So overall, I thought it was good. One thing I did want to talk about though is speaking of Harry Kane, what do you think about Tottenham?
It's crazy that it's weird seeing Tottenham at the top of the table for me. Like, it's just weird. When I saw it today and I was like, no kidding, man, this is weird. And so maybe they're, playing better without Kane. And it's, and I'll touch back on that point, but maybe they're doing better without Kane. And, all these other players are capable that were around him, and now they're all getting a chance to shine, and they're finding out that they have different weapons. And that's what I wanted to happen when we lost Robert Lewandowski. I was like, all right, cool. Now all these different players are going to start getting their shine. They're going to start getting, we have all these weapons. It's not just Lewandowski. Right. But I was proven wrong. And, Tottenham they're on fire right now, but Tottenham's going to do Tottenham things. That's what's going to happen. Eventually, I
think a lot of credit goes to their coach,
yeah.
Angie. I don't even want to say his last name. I don't know how to say it. I'll mispronounce it. But I think he's like that blue collar, not necessarily like blue collar, but like Tottenham fans. And when Leicester City won the league, it was kind of the same philosophy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're underdogs. We're taking it game by game.
Don't let a Tottenham fan hear you say that. They think they're not underdogs.
Well, they do. They know they are. Yeah. But they don't have like that one superstar anymore. Yeah. So is there something to be said about teams that are not reliant on one player?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because then that's your only play. Think about how often we got shut down with Robert Lewandowski there, right? Yeah, you shut Robert down. There's nobody else shooting. There's nobody else scoring goals, right? With Kane, I'm sure their game plan was get Harry the ball into the box and let him do his thing.
Yeah, but Harry Kane created goals too.
He did create goals.
That's the difference between Harry Kane and Robert Lewandowski is Harry Kane has 5 assists on the season, and I think the most Lewandowski ever had across all games in a season was like 13. You know what I mean? He almost
had an assist today with Sane.
Yeah,
that would have been.
He did, didn't he?
No, yeah, that one. But I'm talking about like there was another one.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's impressive to see Tottenham still at the top of the table.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because Arsenal just beat Manchester City too. So
it's
Tottenham first, Arsenal second, City third.
You think City's gonna just come back like they always do?
Well, this is what we were talking. We just said this. Have they become too reliant on Erling Haaland to score goals?
No.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think so. I think Erling Haaland is a threat, definitely, and he needs to be...
I think they're too reliant on him.
Nah, man.
I think they're very reliant on Kevin De Bruyne, too.
Yes. No, that's what they're relying... And Rodri, they're relying on him, too.
But, City's got a lot of injuries, so I'm sure they'll come back and start winning games, and Pep's a good coach, so... But, all right.
Well... you good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey guys, thanks for listening. We will see you guys next week.
Yep. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, and we need 80 more followers, and we'll give away that jersey. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Let us know, like Nino said earlier. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below.
Peace.